Hello everybody, and thanks for watching my talk. My name is Tobias Drey. I'm from Ulm University and working in the Human-Computer Interaction Group of Professor Enrico Rukzio. I want to present you To Be or Not to Be Stuck, or Is It a Continuum? A systematic literature review on the concept of being stuck in games, and show you in this talk how our work resulted in the presented continuum and our definition of the stuck state. But first, let's talk why it's important to detect if a player is stuck. The purpose of a game is to be fun. Therefore, the game's challenge should not be too easy nor too hard. If this is not appropriate, players can get stuck. As stuck players may stop playing and churn, game developers want to prevent this state. Despite this importance, the stuck state is not defined in games until now, nor how to detect it. Player experience related concepts exist such as flow, affective state or performance, but none of them describe what it means to be stuck. Therefore, the goal of our work was to create a definition of the stuck state. As first step, and in preparation of the systematic literature review, we conducted 13 expert interviews. They resulted in a first definition based on our experts' understanding of the state of being stuck, as well as terms related to the state, which we used to define the database search query for our systematic literature review. We conducted our literature review based on the Prisma guidelines of Moore et al. Our database search resulted in 4,022 papers, which we reduced to 104 that we included in the synthesis by the two steps abstract and full text screening. The details of our synthesis can be found in our paper, and I will directly show you our resulting definition. We define the stuck state as follows. Being stuck is a continuous subjective state that occurs when a player cannot reach the personal goal. I want to emphasize the following. It's important that it occurs when a player cannot reach the personal goal, and that it is a subjective state, both highlighting that it is a highly individual state. It is further continuous, which implies the definition of a continuum. This slide shows our continuum, which ranges from a low stuck level on the left to a high stuck level on the right. The personal stuck level could have any value inside the stuck continuum, representing players' subjective feelings of how much they feel stuck. The stuck level can increase or decrease depending on specific causes, while measurements can determine its value. We refer to causes that lead to an increase of the personal stuck level as triggers, and to approaches that reduce it as countermeasures. We use the term indicators for measures that are useful to determine the stuck level and detect changes. Indicators measure a subjective feeling of players that it is directly linked to the feeling of being stuck and their stuck level. We visualize this relationship between triggers, indicators and countermeasures as a functional chain in our continuum. An indicator can be directly measured, for example the stress level, and it can be also part of a broader concept, for example flow with anxiety and boredom, or affective state with arousal and valence. The use of more indicators can lead to higher accuracy. Our stuck definition states that a personal stuck threshold exists, which divides the continuum into an area of an acceptable and unacceptable stuck state. Countermeasures should be taken before the player exceeds this unacceptable stuck threshold. Therefore, we have integrated a second moderate stuck threshold more to the left. These two individual thresholds span three distinct zones, which are the individual comfortable stuck zone, the moderate stuck zone, and the stuck zone. Whereas no actions are necessary if players are within the comfortable stuck zone, countermeasures should be applied when the moderate stuck zone is reached, which in the best case prevents players from ever reaching the unacceptable stuck threshold and getting stuck. Nevertheless, countermeasures should not stop when a player is stuck, which is why the countermeasure area covers both zones. Summing up, we have created a structured concept for a previously undefined but commonly used term by defining the state of being stuck in games. Our contributions are a list of terms relevant to the state of being stuck, and a definition of a stuck concept in games, including a stuck level continuum. Our paper further provides a taxonomy of measures useful for the detection of the player's stuck level, and an overview of countermeasures and their effectiveness in reducing the player's stuck level. Thank you very much for watching my talk. Please read our paper for further details.